everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am continuing my game of 2d6 Dungeon. My hero Bryke is on level 5 and I have just come up against an Ophilet and I must fight it. It says Ophilets are ancient giants of the old world, return to the deep caves as undead beings only to find the dungeon in its place. They wander the tunnels confused, aggressively seeking their lost home. Alright, well, in the last episode, I got this awesome weapon. It is a throwing axe, +3, so it's +3 damage. It does 6 damage to begin with. And when it hits, I basically roll the primary and secondary to see if it blocks on their armor, and I subtract that much damage. If I miss, I think missing is the problem. Recover. You can try to recover your throwing weapon after the fight, but it may have become broken or become lost. If the throwing weapon was deflected by an interrupt, it is lost automatically. Well, hold on. If the primary die matches the creature's primary second die, if both the primary and second subtract both, there are axes do. Okay, so axes do 6. Only weapons subscribe to the throwing. Some throwing weapons. Okay, you can throw one weapon at the start. Throwing weapons hit successfully. They don't always cause damage. So you can try to recover it. So if it doesn't, if you throw a weapon without it being deflected and has survived the combat, deflected seems to mean that if you miss. How am I gonna? Well, I mean, this thing does +3 damage. So I guess against a really high-powered enemy, it might possibly do less damage. But it says it always hits. You still attack. This does not replace an attack. You still attack first. You can throw one weapon at the start of a combat. Throwing weapons always hit, but they may not always cause damage. Roll a d6. If the primary die matches the primary interrupt, or the secondary die matches the secondary, subtract that interrupt from the damage done. If both the dice match, subtract. So I think if you do 0 damage, it treats it as no damage, and you have to recover it. If I'm, excuse me, if I'm doing that wrong, please tell me. But that's how I'm reading it. I'm going to throw the weapon, and it hits for 9 damage. Let's see if it blocks. It does not, and does not. So it does 9 damage. 8, 9. And I get to throw it again. It said if the throwing, it has Yip's rune on it, which means it throws and I get one more attack with it. And I roll a 5-2. The 5 does block at -2, so it does 9 minus 7 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's at half health right now. Turn number 1, I will come at him. I roll a 1-6. With 3 shift, it would take 3 to get that to 4, and then I can't do anything else. So I miss. It swings at me with a 3-3. With 2 shift, it could get this to a 1, but not a 2. It could get this to a 5, but not a 4. It misses. Round 2. I roll a 2-1. Well, 3 shift, it would take 2. I miss. Can't do it. It swings at me. 1-2. That is a grating claw, d6 +2. However, I block on a primary 1 at -2, so it's just going to do a d6 damage. 1 damage. I'm down to 50. Turn number 3. I roll a 5-5. Well, I'm going to bump that to a 6-5, which does my maximum damage, d6 +7. It does not block on a primary 6 or a secondary 5. d6 +7, 8 damage. I will just block out the whole next row, and he has 8 health left. He swings at me with a 1-5. With 2 shift, he can't get this to a 1-2, and he can't get this to a 5. He misses. 4. We each get a bonus 1 shift. So I have 4 shift now. And I roll a 4-3. With 4 shift, I can definitely crank this up to a 6-5. And I'll do d6 +7. As long as I roll a 1, he's dead. He's dead. All right. Man, that throwing axe feels really powerful, but that must have just been one of the best rolls of this game I've ever made. All right, so I defeat him. Let's do this right. 210 takes this up to 115 and 3,615 XP. I get to roll on BST2 at +1, and I get a torque worth 3d6 gold. I don't even know what that is. BST2, let's see what that is first. Body search, page 20. Body search, page 20. Body search table 2, and I get to add 1 to it. That's an 8, 9. Around the creature's waist is a silk sash worth 3d6 plus 30 gold. That's 6, 10, 40 gold. I'm up to 85. Not bad. And we're not done yet. It says, what did I roll? I can't remember. I rolled an 8 plus 1. Okay, here it is. Hanging from it is a throwing axe +2. Hey, you know what? That's great. If I ever lose the throwing axe +3, I've got the throwing axe +2. All right. It does not have Yip's rune, so it doesn't return, which means, oh, now I get it. Okay. Yip's means it would return to me, but otherwise it would not. Is that how you, let me look up those runes. That is a really powerful weapon, but I think I figured it. Runes, page 28. So the Yip's rune means it will come back to me one time. When engraved, it returns and you get 1 extra damage. You can only do this once per combat. So what I should have been doing was, after the second throw, I have to do a recover at the end of the combat. And that is where you go and you roll. It says you can try to recover your thrown weapon after the fight. If the throwing weapon was deflected by an interrupt, it is lost automatically. If you threw a weapon without it being deflected, this rule is weird. Deflected would mean no damage, I would think, or does that mean even if it does, even if it takes off some damage? If you threw a weapon without it being deflected and survived the combat, roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, it's lost. On a 4 to 6, you recover it. Throwing axes are heavy items. Throwing axes and knives can have runes. I'm going to have to email Toby about this because I may be doing it quite wrong, but I got a question on the writing of the rules. Okay, that was the treasure. And then I get 3d6 gold for a torque, whatever that is. Whatever it is, I'm going to sell it. 3d6 gold, 7, 12 gold. Plus 12 gold. All right, and that's that. There was an unlocked door here. Let's go through it. A 5x5, however, it is doubles, so I roll to see. This is going to be a big room. And I add 4 and 4. You don't add another set of doubles. So it is a 9x9 room. That is 81 squares. This is huge. 2, 3, 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So sit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11 times 6. This is a 66. So I guess it will curve around. That's 66. And I said what? 9x9 is 81. So that would be 15 more, which would be a 5x3. So I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 3, over, and down. There we go. All right, how many exits? 2 is just a single exit, I believe. 1 exit. We'll put that way over here. So this is a huge room. Wow. Um, 81. Woo, I think this is the biggest room I've ever encountered playing this game. All right, it is a gigantic level 5 room. So to do this, go to page 61, and it says level 5 large room is on page 67. All right, let's roll to see what this is. You roll these and you add them. I rolled a 7. This is a Sanctorum. 12. Sanctorum. At the end of the Sanctorum, 2 pillars form an ornate altar. On it stands a gold chalice worth 4d6 gold. If you take it, roll a d6. On a 1 to 2, an alarm will sound. Roll on L5P. This is an archway, so I don't even have to roll for an exit. All right. Yeah, we're going to take it. 46 gold, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good rolls. 10, 9, 19. Is that it? 19 gold? 46? Yeah. 19 gold. And that is a chalice. Plus 19 gold. Alright. And now I roll on L5P. Level 5 patrol. Which I think is right here. Level 5 patrol. Roll a d6. I rolled a 1, which is an Old Fang Pillarist. Old Fang Pillarist. Level 5. Alright. Well, oh, I was looking at level 6. Old Fang. Alright, where are you? Old Fang Pillarist. Level 5. Not finding it. That is weird. Have I fought one of these before? Let me look in my deck here. No. Old Fang Pillarist. Level 5. I don't know. Where is that? We may have to go to the book, because I don't want to waste much time digging for it. Old Fang Pillarist. Level 3. These are all color-coded, so I would spot that easily. That's weird. Alright, so I'll just go to the book. Back here is the level 5 creatures. Level 5. Level 4. Oop. Level 5. Old Fang. It's not even in here. What is an Old Fang? Oh, you know what? It may not be a... It may just be like a level 3 character. Let me look. Level 3. Level 2. Old Fang. It's not a level 2. Is it a level 3? It's a level 3. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay, just because you're rolling on the level 5 patrol does not mean you're going to get a level 5 monster. So it's a level 3, which is in here. Old Fang Pillarist. Level 3. There it is. All right. I will throw this up on the screen for you. And it is a 2 shift. And it has blocks on primary 5 and 6, which is bad for me because those are my best damage. And it also blocks on a secondary 2. All right. I will throw my weapon. We'll start playing it the way I think it may be interpreted. Let's throw it. How much damage does he have? He takes 24 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'll do 2 more rows when I get up there. All right. Let's go ahead and throw the axe at him. Does he block it? It does 9 damage. 4 and a 5, which does not block. So it does 9 damage on him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it returns to my hand. I'll throw it again. 4, it does not, and a 1. So it does 9 more damage. Now, I guess apparently 3, 6. So he's got 6 health up. So I guess now the blade, the weapon has to be recovered. All right, so it will. I will attack now. And I got a 3, 4. With 3 shift, I could get this to a 6, but not a 5. So it looks like the best I can do, I could get this to a... I could get it to a 5, 3. No, I don't want to do that. It was a 3, 4. I want to get a 4, 4. So I'll turn it to a 4, 4. Because he doesn't block on a primary 4 or a secondary. And it does D6 plus 4 damage. 1 plus 4 is 5. This thing has 1 more health. And it will swing at me with a 2, 1. With 2 shift, it can make this a 3, 2. But... I block on a primary 3 at -2, so it normally does D6 plus 2, so now it's just D6. 3. I am down to 47. And it is my turn. Turn number 2. I swing. I got a 1-3. With 3 shift, I could get this to a 4, but not this one. I miss. It swings at me with a 3-6. With 2 shift, it can't get this to a 3-2, and it can't get this to a 6, so it misses. Turn number 3, I swing. 4-2. Here we go. 3 shift. 1. Once again, it's going to block on a primary 5, but a 4-4 it will not block on, which will do D6 plus 4 damage. He only has 1 health, and I kill him. All right. So now I think I have to go see if I recover the thrown axe. All right, so I get 95, which will take me to 790. If it were 100, it would go up to 715. But it's -5, so it's 710. 3,710. I roll on pouch table 2 at +1. Page 23. Pouch table 2 at +1. That's a 7, 8. Tucked inside is a lockpick 2 + 2. I got my lockpick back. Nice. +2, and I get 2 uses of it, and some Malacco leaves. I got more Malacco leaves. Okay. Somebody told me that when you find it, you're supposed to roll a D3. Like I would find 2. Like that tells you how many you get. I can never remember if that's true. I think it is, but I'm not going to play it that way. I'll just punish myself for the throwing axe fiasco. All right, I got the pouch. Oh, and it says potion 2 also. I forgot a potion. All right, let's see what we get with a potion table 2. I don't know where that is. Potion table 2 is on page 16. Potion table 2 right here. Roll a d6. I rolled a 6. Potion of finesse. Okay. Interesting. So I defeated it. I got the 4. I got the treasure from the room, which caused this to show up. So that is it for the room. Now, I could return to the chute and go up and try to buy some stuff. Because right now I've got 85 gold coins. Plus I've got a bunch of stuff I can sell that should bump that up. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I am going to return to town. And we are going to have to add up all this cool stuff. Oh yeah, but let's see if I find my weapon. Hold on. Page 26. So if you threw a weapon without it being deflected and survived the combat roll. But I don't understand the deflect part. But let's see if I recover it. On a 4 to 6, I get it back. I got a 6, so I get it back. So it buys me a little time to email Toby and ask about this throwing a weapon thing. Okay. Yeah, okay, interesting. All right, let's see. Yeah, I want to go to town. So let's start by... First off, when you return to town, there's a few things you do. First off, you go to the market and you choose to sell items. It says you're going to get... First establish what you want to sell and its value. And then you roll on this table to see what if you get taken to the bank or not. So let's do this. I am going to sell the... I'm going to sell the... Where is it? Can you sell like a ring of telekinesis? I don't know if you... Oh, I don't know what that is. I'll have to look that up. So I found the pearl, the gems. So I think you still have to sell the gemstones, right? Runes sell for 50. Okay. Gems retain their full value, but armor, scrolls, potions, and magic items are worth half their purchase price before market burn. Okay. So let's sell the medium gemstones first. The medium, I'm just going to scratch these out. The medium pearl, mid-quality pearl is worth 4. All right, so that's +4. And I'll scratch out pearl. Sapphire medium is worth 8, +8. And the emerald is worth 32. Nice. 44 equals 44 gold. So the gemstone, so I'm up to 129. gold, because remember, I can sell the gemstones for their full value. 129. Then, magic items and stuff. It says I have the torque is worth 12. So selling is going to be 12. I'm going to sell this chalice for 19. The potion of finesse. Let me see how much that's worth. The potion of finesse is worth 50. So it says you can sell it for half, right? So that would be 25. Finesse, 50, yeah, 25. So I'm going to sell that. Do I want to sell anything else? What is this ring of telekinesis? +1 discipline, +1 to fail the cast when using. It's worth 40 gold. I'm going to sell it. I don't want it. Ring of telekinesis is normally worth 40, so I can get 20 for it. And then I got to do the whole. What else do I want to get rid of? Gray anchorite. That was somebody I fought. Okay, the emerald's gone. Glass ore, tea leaves, acorn. Yeah. All right, that should do it. So 31, 56, 76 gold worth of selling. So now I go and I roll on that chart to see if I get taken to the bank or taken to the cleaners. Roll. Okay, for miscellaneous. All right, so to see how you roll 2d6, add your adventure level. So I'm adding 5 to the roll. Okay. Oh, 6 to the roll. I'm level 6 now. Sorry. 10 plus 16. I rolled a 16 or higher. Masterful in the moment. You convince the trader of additional. Gain 20% rounded up. 20% would be 14. We'll just say 14. It would be rounded up would be 15. 14, which would be plus 90 gold. 90, that would be 219. That's going to help. All right. With 219 gold, I can go do some buying. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get... My armor's pretty good, but the best armor and stuff is -3 and -4 damage. But right now, it would take all of my gold. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to zip up on potions. I am going to buy a... All right, so we'll do 219. I want to buy... For 1 dungeon level, +2 discipline. That would be okay. Plus heal up to 30. Extra healing. Heal up to 30. 28 gold. So I'm going to buy 2 potion extra healing. Extra heal. And that is +30 each. Extra heal, 30, 28, 56. So 219 minus 56. 163. Then I want... Why does extra healing cost... Oh, heals up to 30. It's not +30. Up to 30. But you can't go over your maximum. That's the problem. But that's still a good one to have, 2 of those. Now I'm going to buy a further health, which you can go over. Also, a regeneration costs 80. And it takes you up, heals up to 60. And 1 potion can knock you all the way up there for 80. Whereas 2 further healings would also cost 80. And it would get me 50. So I'm going to buy 2 further healths. For 40 each, that's 80. So I'm at 83 gold. And I've got 2 further healing. And those are plus 25 hit points. And what else? Phasing, phase through 1 locked door, ignoring the lock status. I've got a few of those left. What I'd rather have is something that could help me open a locked chest, which is... What is that? It was a scroll called Melt something. Melt Metal. You concentrate on the metal. All right, so destroys 1 lock or interrupt armor. So it would destroy a lock. Melt metals cost 18. I'll buy 3 of those. 3 times 18 is 54, which would take me down to 29, and I have 3 melt metal. All right, that should do it for this round. I've got 29 gold. I'm going to hold on to that. And what I'm going to do next, I'm not going to arm wrestle or do any stupid stuff like that. Instead, I'm returning to the chute and coming back up here. And now we roll to see where this is. All right. I also, when you return to town, you go up to your full health. So I'm up to 60. Forgot about that. All right, and now I cannot go back up to the town until I find level 6 of the dungeon. Let's go through here. That is a 5x3 room. 3 this way, 5 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many exits? 6 is 3. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, used it up. This is going to be room number 13. Let's see what it is. That is a 3-6. Have I rolled that yet? No, I haven't. Let's see what it is. This is just a normal room, page 69. And let's see, 3-6. 3-6 is a Psyche glass house, or Psyche glass house. P-S-Y-C-H-E glass house. There is a dome of glass in the middle of the room. It has an archway and 4 pillows are placed within it. There is a figure meditating. It is an efflux crier. They jump and attack. The rooms are random, and it is unique, so there will only be one of these. So we got another efflux crier, which I will fight. It has 2 shift, and this thing has 500 XP, 28 health, so I have 29 gold left. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 4 rows, 28 health, 2 shift. It blocks on primary 4s and 5s, 4 and 5, and secondary 6s. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and throw my axe at it. +3, so it hits for 9 damage. Does this thing block? 5 and a 1. It does block on the 5 at -2, so it does 7 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it has Yip's rune, so it returns to my hand. I get to attack again for 6. The 6 does -3, so this time it only does 6 damage. Okay, and then I'll have to roll to see if I recover it at the end of the game. I will get an attack on it. I rolled a 3-6. With 3 shift, I could get it to a 6, but not a 5. I could get this to a 2, 5, and not a 3, 4. Looks like 4 4s all I got. 4 4. And 4 4, it blocks on a primary 4 at -2, so it's going to be D6 +2. 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. All right, that was turn number 1. Turn number 2, oh no, that was my hitting it. It swings at me with a 1-4 with 2 shift. It can get this down to a 1-2, which does, I block on a primary 1 at -2, so it's D6 +4. Now it's D6 +2. 3 damage, 57. And I will swing at it. And I rolled a 1-1, which is an automatic miss. This is turn number 2. It rolls at me with a 1-1, which is a mishap. It loses 2 shift on the next attack. All right, I will be back in the next video. I try to keep these under 30 minutes, so I'm going to have to call it quits here. When we come back in the next week, in the next video next week, I'll pick up and finish off this efflux crier, and we'll continue this dungeon and see what happens. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me on this game of 2D6 Dungeon. I'll be back next week. Everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.